again for our European football live show here at Big Dogs. We got quite a bit of a games again to talk about, Chris. Yesterday, I would say it was a decent day. The parlay from the live shows have gone your way, Chris. So you are now 1-0 ahead of me. So it was a nice call, nice parlay, plus 233. Lazio moneyline, Liverpool both teams to score a Sporting moneyline.
I'll take it however it comes. It was just a good day to get everybody paid, and now we focus on to today.
Exactly. Also, we've hit the video parlay we had for yesterday, which was Borussia Dortmund -1. It was Brighton United over 2 goals in a game, and Sassuolo Udinese both teams to score. That was for like plus 186. Nice parlay as well that we hit. I lost my parlay, and it wasn't even that close, to be honest. It was actually, it was pretty close. Benfica had a goal taken away that would have ended that game in a 1-1, but now they lost 1-0. And I had Liverpool over 2.5, which was also pretty close because Liverpool had a lot of chances after they tied the game, but it stayed 1-1. So that was a loss for me. For today, we have. I don't think that any of these games have started yet. So anybody watching that, you still have time to put it in. We had a video parlay, so make sure you go onto YouTube and check that one out real quick. It's only a few minutes long, so I think that the first game starts at 9:30. So you still have time to get on that parlay that we have for today. And of course, there will be another head-to-head competition between me and Chris today with our parlays. So sure, we'll get at least one of those in.
I'm hoping so. And keep everybody on the winning track.
Exactly. Did you had any bets yesterday or today, Chris?
Uh, Yesterday. Not well. Not I kind of put both of our parlays together in sort
Okay.
of one parlay, just seeing in case we both hit. Maybe put a couple bucks on it, but no, it was more so just the UFC last night, some baseball, and I think I put a live MLS draw parlay together, and I got Philadelphia and LAFC, but Colorado Rapids decided to score, and San Jose couldn't equalize. So
Okay, that's too bad.
yeah,
Yeah. Also, I see that Everton has just kicked off, Chris. That will keep you on your toes during the show.
yeah, that's an understatement.
Against Leicester on the road, let me just take a look at the lineups real quick here. What do we have? Daka Iheanacho Perez for Leicester. Dewsbury Hall, Tillemans, Mendy, and Castagna are the midfield four, and Johnny Evans, Fofana, and Amarte are the defensive three. It looks like Everton is going on a defensive shape, Chris. They're playing 5-4-1 formation. That is Mikolenko, Holgate, Mina, Coleman, and Iwobi. Iwobi on the right back, if you can believe it. Damari Gray, Delph, Dokore, and Anthony Gordon are the midfield four, and Richarlison is leading the charge for this team.
I mean, rightfully so. Charleston's been arguably their best striker in the last few games, and if he's going to be the catalyst to sort of keep this team up, I'm all for it. So I'm trying to get the game on in the background personally right now, just at least
Yeah.
I can sort of try to keep tabs on it as it's happening. But
I'm actually watching Arsenal and Leeds.
how are you? Okay, well,
Yeah, in the
we
background.
cannot we can't all be perfect.
Also, we see that Atalanta has finally won a game in Serie A earlier today, Chris. They won 3-1 against Spezia
Yeah,
on the road. And with that win, let's see where Atalanta, they are now in sixth place, which is the Europa League spot. Uh, they don't have any chance getting to the Champions League spot, but they could lose that Europa League spot unless they play consistently over the last few games of the season. But we'll
well,
see.
yeah, no, they definitely could. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Stranger things have happened, and
Yeah.
I think, yeah, nothing safe is not the word I would use with anything with Atalanta at this point.
Arsenal scored an early one.
That's okay. I had a 4 draw parlay going on. And Everton's up.
Everton's up. There we go. Nice. Morning, Michael. Thanks for joining us. Uh, I was gonna say something, but I forgot now.
Oh well.
Venezia scored an early one against Bologna. That's what I wanted to say. Also in fourth minute, it looks like this 9 a.m. games are kicking it off with a bang all over Europe. Angers is up against Bordeaux already in sixth
Yeah.
minute, and Clermont is up in the sixth minute against Montpellier in League One.
Yeah.
Lyon lost 3-2 against Metz on the road
Oh, and
with a
what a
red
hit!
card.
What a hit! Who's is that? Trying to see who scored that.
Oh
Volley,
my God! The
volley.
mistake that. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say a volley from about 20 yards out has Everton up 1-0.
Oh yeah, nice. The mistake that Leeds' goalkeeper just made. It's tragic comical.
Oh boy, that's not good.
He's not gonna be doing that again anytime soon.
Yeah, especially now if he gets to be in the first team, they might pull him after that. No, I had a couple. I had a four. I don't know.
Especially if they get relegated.
Well, there you go. No, I was saying I had a just I Ted Gordon knows me. I tend to do these just like if I have a free bet, I'll put it on a few draws. And of course, 2 draws I have this morning are Angers and Bordeaux and Clermont Montpellier. So
You know
the
how to pick him.
the only saving grace I have is that there's 82 minutes in both games to keep me alive.
Yeah. Well, it could easily happen.
Oh
It's
yeah,
nothing strange.
yeah,
Now, Chris, let's move on to today then, shall we?
yeah.
Unless we have any other games that we want to talk about tomorrow. Maybe that last second screamer for Barcelona against Betis yesterday that Jordi Alba scored. Holy
Oh yeah,
crap,
you
that was
would. Yeah, you would.
what a goal that was,
You know
man.
what? It was that kind of game yesterday, and kudos to Barcelona for eking out the win, and Betis, well, just another tough finish.
Yeah, Barcelona has solidified their Champions League spot with that win. They will either be second or third. Uh, let's say probably second, unless Sevilla gets a win against Villarreal. They start soon, so we'll talk about that game as well. But yeah, it was a very important win for Barcelona. Well, Betis now they are still 3 points away from Atletico Madrid, so they could still get to the Champions League spot, but they need to keep playing as well, possibly even better, at least when it comes to scoring goals for the rest of the season to get there.
Yeah.
So, Chris, we have three EPL games that have started, and we have 11:30 game: Manchester City and Newcastle United. What are your thoughts about that?
You and I were head to head on this one, button heads, and I still like City in under 3.5. I think the City come in and do just enough to sort of get past Newcastle here. I don't expect Newcastle to make it easy on them, but again, I think there were some signs there when with signs for optimism with how Newcastle performed against Liverpool, only losing that game 1-0. And if this game was at St James's Park, maybe I could make a little bit of a different case, maybe towards Newcastle, giving them a little bit more benefit of the doubt. But at the Etihad, I just think it's City, and I just think that it stays under 3.5, whether that's 3-0, 2-0, 2-1, what have you. I think it's City and under 3.5 in that one.
Yeah, you know what? This is a perfect chance for City to get 3 points clear of Liverpool if they get a win, since Liverpool
Yeah,
tied against Tottenham yesterday. Uh, I'm pretty sure they don't care what kind of win is it, whether it's one
yeah,
nil, 2-0, or I don't know, 3-1, 4-0, whatever. As long as they get a win, they will be happy, and they will need to bounce back after that loss to Real Madrid in the Champions League earlier this week. I'm seeing a lot of injuries. Well, not a lot, 5 injuries for Newcastle. That's Hayden Lewis, Trippier, Fraser, and Fabian Schär.
yeah,
I mean, at least three of these five players would be in the starting lineup for this team. But
Mm.
even without them, Newcastle has been doing well. They did lose in their last game against Liverpool 1-0. Like you said, Arsenal just scored another one.
Yeah, I'm having flash score go off every time. It's drawing the attention away.
So can Newcastle get on the scoreboard here? I think they can, especially because I think City might be a bit shaken up still. And the only thing that will salvage their season right now is winning the EPL title. They are no longer playing in the FA Cup. We know that Chelsea and Liverpool are playing in finals, but I think City will win the title just because they have a bit easier schedule than the Liverpool does, and they don't have to worry about the Champions League anymore. So uh, let me try to pull up the price on Leicester tied, Chris.
Yeah, I
Unfortunately.
know. My feed is behind, so I'm kind of seeing everything as it happens. And it was almost 2-0 right before that. It went through Schmeichel, literally on the goal line before Schmeichel dove back and pounced on it.
Oh man. City and over 2.5 is at minus 180, and I think if we put that in the doubles with something, I think that's the best bet from this game.
Yeah, I think so as well. I'm probably sure of it almost as I was sure as I don't know what the Everton back five were doing on that equalizer goal.
There's not enough of them in the back.
That two of them decided to go for the same ball and bumped into each other, and Leicester decides to take advantage. So,
Yeah,
uh,
it's gonna be a fun game for the rest of the.
for you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sitting on pins and needles.
Oh man, let me put that game on since I don't need to look at Arsenal anymore.
Like like that's I I know this is riveting YouTube live television, but that's like they head into each other, they take each other out, and then all of a sudden it's a 2-0.
West
I'm
Ham just scored one against Norwich. If West Ham can get a win against Norwich, that's going to be huge for them because they're trying to qualify for the Europa League.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we have in Spain today, Chris. Of course, we have that big matchup, the Madrid derby at 3 p.m. But before that, we have Villarreal and Sevilla facing off, and we did get the lineups out just now. Uh, Dia and Chukwueze are attacking for Villarreal. Coquelin, Capoue, Parejo, and Lo Celso are the midfield four, and Foyt, Albiol, Paul Torres, and Estupiñan are the defensive four. While Sevilla is going in a formation 4-3-3, Jesus Corona and Nesiri and Alejandro Gomez are the attacking three. Rakitic, Delaney, and Jordan are the midfield three, and Montiel, Kunde, Carlos, and Acuna are the defensive four. Uh, we know that Villarreal has got knocked out of the Champions League, but they have had I'm going to say, good first half against Liverpool. However, Sevilla is still the best defensive team in the league, despite not being on their best lately.
Yeah, no, they are 100%. But I still like both teams to score here. I think Villarreal will, show up for this game. Whether they get a result, I'm not sure. You were originally looking at the draw, and I think I might be sort of shifting that direction as well. I just think that this game to me just screams 1-1, and I kind of think that's just the direction that I'm headed in this one. I mean, it's not gonna be the Madrid derby, but I think it's gonna be pretty good this afternoon. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I still like the draw in that game, to be honest. Villarreal is now on a three-game losing streak, and they need to bounce back from that loss against against Liverpool because they are now in seventh place, which is the Conference League spot, and I'm pretty sure they would love to get at least to the Europa League, not the Conference League, but that is 4 points away. So they have 4 games left to play this season. I'm pretty sure they can get enough points together, but they gotta snap that losing streak. And against Sevilla, the best defensive team in the league, I'm not sure they can do that completely. So that's why I'm looking at the draw here, or maybe even the first half draw. I think it's a bit safer bet. The plus money is still plus 112 here.
Yeah, I think that's completely bang on. I'm I'm on board. Like I said, I was on both teams to score, but again, I could see it being 1-1. in this one when all said and done. So I know Sevilla obviously more to play for to hold on to their top four spot, but yeah, I think it's going to be a battle. I think Villarreal comes to play, and it's going to be tight.
Do you like anything in that Espanyol Osasuna game, Chris?
Uh, let me look at some numbers here. I think I like both teams to score as well. Maybe the under 2.5. Um, Last three meetings all finishing under 2.5, and there was a recent game at the beginning of the year where these two teams met and it finished 0-0. So
Yeah, I do like both teams to score. To be honest, in this one, theoretically, Osasuna could still qualify for Europe if they get a few good results and a few favorable results from other teams. But I do like both teams to score. Honestly, I think that Osasuna is a pretty solid team that can score goals, but they have also been conceding goals pretty consistently over the last month and a half or so. And with Espanyol being the home team, they are not an overly offensive team. They've scored only 37 goals so far, but they are at home here, and Osasuna's defense is not the greatest. So I think we can see both teams score here at minus 110, especially. I think that's a pretty great price for this game.
yeah, it wasn't one that I was necessarily all that keyed in on, but definitely I think there is some value to be had there.
Now, Chris, we did mention that big Madrid derby, Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. Of course, we don't have the lineups out just yet. It's going to be a few more hours before that happens, but I have the predictable lineups here. The predicted lineups, sorry. So Vinicius Junior, Benzema, and Rodrigo up for Real Madrid. Valverde, Camavinga, and Toni Kroos, the midfield three. Mendy, Nacho Fernandez, Jesus Vallejo, and Lucas Vasquez, the defensive four. I'm gonna go out on the limb and say that this is a pretty close lineup that we could see for Real Madrid because of the Champions League match they had. I think some of those older players might get a break here, but I think if I think they could snag a win here, just a sneaky win here, just to spite Real Madrid. To be honest, just to spite Atletico Madrid. What am I saying?
Yeah,
Because Atletico Madrid is a pretty big favorite at plus 105 here to Real Madrid's plus 260, but this is a pretty big matchup, and I'm not sure that Real Madrid will just give it up.
yeah. No, I was with you. I think that Real Madrid was going to show up just to, like you said, spite Atletico Madrid. But again, I think this game just means too much for both sides. I think Real Madrid showed up to spite, meaning that they wouldn't just roll over and let Atletico have the result. And this is a hefty price for an Atletico Madrid team that hasn't beaten Real Madrid since, what was it, like 2016 or 2017.
Yeah.
So I still like the draw on that one. I think it is going to be a fairly tight game. I think it's going to play out as a true derby normally does with some physical play, a lot of solid defense, and ultimately a low scoring, what I think a low scoring draw.
You think a low scoring draw?
I'm seeing, I think 1-1.
I was gonna say I like both teams to score. It's minus 129 here in my book, but I'm also leaning towards cards in this game. To be honest, we know that this Madrid battle is never that pretty to watch, and we usually get a ton of fouls. So over 5.5 cards at minus 127, and over 3.55 cards for Atletico Madrid at plus 148. Especially if Real Madrid scores first, and if Atletico Madrid has to chase, I think that in the second half all hell is going to break loose, and Atletico Madrid is going to start losing it. So over 3.55 cards for Atletico Madrid at plus 148. I think that's a pretty solid bet as well.
Yeah, some legs might get kicked at in the second half
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
oh yeah. Let's see what else we have. We have that Bundesliga match kicking off in 10 minutes, Chris. Eintracht Frankfurt and Borussia Mönchengladbach. Eintracht is the home team after that sensational qualification to the finals of the Europa League. They haven't won any of their last 5 or 6 games in Bundesliga, but they have been tearing it up in the Europa League.
Yeah, they have. Speaking of tearing up, Venezia with a second goal, but
Oh, man.
you know what? That game was hard because there was next to no value to be had, on goals, which is what I was really looking at for that game. I think the over 2.5 was minus 250. The or maybe that was both teams to score was minus 250 and over 2.5 was minus 225. Either or, they were both hanging around the minus 200 range, and even both teams to score and over 2.5 was minus 175. So yeah, I think that if you're looking for maybe a parlay piece, maybe you go both teams to score and over 2.5, or maybe you pick out one of the two and then sort of just try to boost your odds that way. But yeah, for me personally, I think goals are the only way I'm going to try to look in that game.
You know what, Chris? I'm looking at the lineups here, and for some reason, Borussia Mönchengladbach has only 5 substitutions, 6 including a goalkeeper, and Jan Sommer is on the bench for some reason. They have a backup goalkeeper in, and that guy hasn't played a single second yet this season. So I do believe that Eintracht can score here, but Filip Kostic is on the bench for them, so they're giving him a break for this game. And a few more players. Hauge is on the bench as well. Kamada is on the bench. Ragnar Ake is on the bench as well. They are kind of going with their second lineup here, but now that they are not playing so well in Bundesliga and Borussia Mönchengladbach is, I will take Borussia Mönchengladbach to win and both teams to score in this one, plus 280. I think there's a ton of value in that. Even if you take Borussia on the money line at plus 143, I think that's a solid price as well, but I'm going to go full value on this one.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. I mean, especially after everything that you just mentioned. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this was still a tough game for me to really find value with what I felt comfortable with backing. So probably a game I would rather settle in for popcorn and watch if you're a Bundesliga fan. But yeah, that's just kind of where I stand on it.
What are your thoughts about Bayern and Stuttgart? We know that Bayern has secured the title, Chris, and that was their 10th title in Bundesliga in a row. They have been very, very dominant in that league. They barely have any competition. But Stuttgart, they are fighting for their lives right now.
Yeah, and we saw really the hangover for Bayern Munich, where you know they got the title now, literally nothing to play for but pride at this point, um, and they lost outright to Mainz. Is it 3-1? So
Yeah.
like you said, Stuttgart need the victory here. I don't know if they're gonna get it right now. They're sitting in that relegation playoff, and frankly, they need the result here. Like, besides the fact that the having a firm grasp of the obvious and stating how badly they need to win, they have a game in hand on Hertha Berlin for and are 4 points back. So they need to do whatever they can here to throw out to try to get the result here. I think I'm going to go with both teams to score. I don't know if again, I don't know how much motivation Bayern's really going to have in this game. You obviously never want to go out and lose, especially in front of your home fans. But again, I question the motivation, but I do still think that Bayern Munich's going to get on the score sheet. And this one's probably both teams to score in this one for me.
Yeah, the fans are pretty mad at them already because after they lost to Mainz last week, Bayern's players, pretty much all of them, went to Ibiza to get a vacation for a few days. And so the fans kind of lost it. But I mean, I get it. They have secured the title. They could have done a bit better in the Champions League, yes, but they have been tearing it up in Bundesliga for years. How are you as a fan not happy and not concern yourself with the fact that the players went to get on a vacation for a few days? I mean, just leave it alone for the love of God. They did their job this season in Bundesliga, so
Yeah,
not sure what else you want, but both teams to score is minus 182 here, so we definitely need to add goals for that as well. Over 1.5 goal in the first half for Bayern Munich. That's been a pretty solid bet for them this season. It's minus 127 right now, so I'm not sure if it's worth taking, but I do think that Stuttgart will score that one goal here that we need. And if nothing else, I think that they will go to those playoffs, and they are either going to face Hamburger SV or Darmstadt, I think, because or maybe even Werder Bremen. But we'll see. One of these three teams from Bundesliga 2 will end up in that third spot and go to the playoffs.
Yeah. No, I mean, I obviously have been sort of capping soccer as long as you have, Gorn, but it's for me still something that I kind of bring over from capping. Like your major sports, like at least North American major sports like baseball, basketball, hockey, football, whatever. I still bring into sort of that mindset, like how much motivation is there, for certain teams when the goals have been accomplished. Like you said, with Bayern Munich, they already locked up the title. They're not playing in any Champions League. It's basically simply just playing out the string for contract obligations and nothing else. And when the game means a lot more to Stuttgart, but against Stuttgart, just obviously the far inferior team, and it's that's why I try to lean myself more towards games that have some sort of bearing,
Yeah.
if you will. But again, we're not going to shy away from the game just because some of them don't have meaning. They still go out and play the games. So I don't know. Just my thought process.
Uh, I just wanted to reply to Darrell for this parlay. West Ham on the money line, that looks good to me. I like that pick. Marseille as well, because Marseille needs to get a win if they want to stay in the Champions League spot, since Monaco has taken over the second place right now. Leipzig also has to get a win if they want to qualify for the Champions League. PSG, of course, has won the title already, but they're playing against Troya, the team that has been just meh this season. Milan, we did talk about that game on the video. They're playing against Verona, the team that's capable of scoring a ton of goals, but Milan has to keep winning now. So, I mean, situational betting of this parlay is pretty good, and I like it. You have all the teams that need something, and the teams that are definitely superior to their opponents. Rangers FC against, I think they were playing against Dundee today. I think that game just started or something like that. So, uh, goals, I think that was the smarter way to go with goals in that one.
Yeah.
So I would say that's a pretty spicy parlay, probably what plus 600, 700 maybe. That's a nice parlay, so I do like it.
Yeah.
Atletico over under. Chris is actually on the under. I'm leaning towards the over, if I'm not mistaken. Chris, did you say the under?
I think I said I was leaning for like a low scoring draw on that one.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we got going on today, Chris. Do you have any favorite games that you like to talk about?
I'm looking at that Salernitana and Cagliari game. I think that Salernitana, just playing absolutely lights out right now, and I think that they're fighting to get out of the out of dodge of the relegation zone themselves, and Cagliari, I'm trying to see where they're firmly entrenched in the relegation zone, but again, only 1 point separating these two teams right now, so. I think it's going to be a hell of a battle. But again, you just have two teams in different directions. Salernitana, winners of 4 of their last 5 with a draw sandwiched in there. And Cagliari, losers of 4 of their last 5 with a win sandwiched in the middle there. So all signs should point to Salernitana. But again, it's
Yeah.
anything can happen, especially this late in the season when both teams are dying for the win.
Yeah, a lot is at stake for these two teams, honestly. And I actually have this game as a premium, Salernitana and Cagliari, and I have both teams to score. When I snagged it yesterday, it was like minus 122. I was going to check the price right now. Give me a quick second here. I had both teams to score in that one. It's minus 103 right now. So for some reason, the prices went down a lot. But I still see goals in this one, to be honest. Salernitana has been in excellent form right now. But if Cagliari is going to get a win against somebody, it's going to be against Salernitana. So I see goals in that one.
Yeah.
Uh, what about Verona and Milan, Chris?
Um, I'm with you. I'm looking at goals in that one. I think.
Everton scored.
Yep.
Oh,
I didn't want.
I heard that. I heard
I
that.
didn't. I didn't want to react, but yeah, they just put a second one off a set piece. It looks like.
It was
Uh,
Richarlison. Yeah.
I. You know what I said? He's going to be the catalyst if anything's going to happen for Everton here. Oh, what? Oh,
No, it wasn't Richarlison.
Schmeichel's got to be better than that. No, was it
Yeah.
Richarlison? No, it looked like
No, it was.
is
Who's
it
that?
DCL? Or is DCL playing? I didn't
No,
even see the lineup.
it's a defender.
It's Mason Holgate.
Holgate. Yeah.
What is Schmeichel doing? I don't. Anyway, sorry. I really like. I think goals are the way to go in that one. But I also like AC Milan. I think Milan simply the team with more to play for at this point. They're obviously in the title hunt and can ill afford any sort of slip up. I think Verona's going to pose a stiff test. I think they're gonna be right there, but I ultimately look for AC Milan to finish the job here.
Yeah, I do like AC Milan as well. I think there's case to be made for both teams to score and AC Milan to win, but Milan hasn't conceded a goal in Serie A in a while. They have actually been pretty solid defensively, or they have conceded one in their last, I don't know, like 9 games or something like that. So they're not scoring a lot, but the good news is that they are solid defensively. I think the price was minus 143 yesterday on Milan Moneyline. It's minus 132 right now, which is good enough for me. So I'll just take Milan on the Moneyline in this one.
Yeah, we want to talk about motivation. There doesn't get much more motivation than
Yeah.
needing a win to keep pace because now, I think that I was going to say something and I lost my thoughts, lost my train of thought because I saw everyone talking about Everton and Leeds going down. Um, I I think AC Milan is in the driver's seat now. I know we.
Yeah.
I think we talked about the difficult schedule that Inter Milan was going to face down the stretch, but again, Inter, they were far from convincing in that game against Empoli, where they were down 2-0 early before really rallying, and AC Milan, they've weathered the storm. And Goran, I think you said this in our video that if AC Milan wins this title, it's going to arguably be one of the most well-deserved titles in recent memory just because of the run they had to go on down the stretch.
Yeah.
Granted, AC Milan still has to deal with Atalanta and Sassuolo, but I think AC Milan in the driver's seat. If they can win today, it's going to be huge for their confidence because I think they're gonna basically be able to smell and taste that title, and we'll be on the front foot for it for sure.
Yeah. Now, I see that everyone is saying Leeds is going down, and well, theoretically, they still have a chance to stay in the league, but them going down again makes me really sad for some reason. I don't know why. Just because I think that they are a fantastic team with a lot of talent, and they just had a terrible run of luck this season, and I think that they should have made a coaching change a lot sooner than they actually did. I know that everybody loves Marcelo Bielsa in Leeds because he's the reason that they are back. He made them what they are, but I mean, the same thing basically happened to Burnley when they fired their coach. I know that he was the coach that made Burnley into the EPL. He made them what they are as well. But if it's not working out, it's not working out. So
Yeah.
there is the time for a change, and I think that Leeds has made that change a bit too late in the season, and it's probably going to cost them the EPL spot. But we'll see. Maybe they get lucky enough to
I
stay
mean,
in the league.
look at the defensive numbers though for Leeds with the 2 goals against Arsenal today. That now puts Leeds as the worst defensive club in the EPL this season. 74 goals allowed, ahead of Norwich, who are down 2-0 to West Ham, and they've shipped 73. Granted, Norwich have been absolutely dreadful in front of goal this season, only 22 scored goals, but yeah, it's hard to win a lot of games when you can't keep the ball out of the net. So
Yeah.
I'm with you. It is disappointing because you want a player's coach like Bielitsa, but at some point you still also have to have the results on the field, and that's where it's that sort of tricky gray area where you want to. We'll say you could have both, but again, when these are the results, I'm not sure how much you really want them.
Yeah, and Borussia Mönchengladbach already scored against Frankfurt.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say
1-0 in the
I was
Stuttgart.
gonna say that, but I wanted to let you finish. So
Also, I see that Daryl is asking about River Plate and Platense in the Argentinian league, and honestly, you know what? At minus 286 on River Plate being the favorites, uh, I would take actually River Plate to win to nil in this game. They have played one, two, 4 games against Platense, and they have never conceded a single goal. They have won all 4 of those games, and that was all in the recent years, like last year in 2018. So, and with the way the form is going for them up, kind of upwards right now, and Platense is still without the win this season. I think no, they have 2 wins, but they are at the bottom of the table, almost 7 losses and 4 draws as well. I would take River Plate to win to nil at plus 150. Honestly, in this
yeah, what you said. No, honestly, all joking aside, I wish I could say I followed the Argentinian league as much as I do. I obviously know River Plate as one of the more well known clubs in South America, but again, maybe that speaks more to the opposition today. Who knows? But honestly, if River Plate to win to nil, like you said, holds some value. I think history has to mean something when you're capping a game. So River
one.
Plate to win to nil by all means.
Yeah. I think it's time for a parlay battle, Chris.
Oh,
You
you
ready to
think?
out?
It's just, so you want to get your butt whooped again, huh?
Oh well, as long as
I'm
one.
totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. I said that just because I'm just like, you know what, one game
See,
for
now
one
I'm
day,
mad.
huh?
Now you made me mad.
Oh boy. Oh great. Okay.
But now you're gonna lose badly.
Uh-huh. Well, well, I look. Trust me. I made more than my fair share of people mad at him. As much as I love working with you, it's not gonna put any sweat off my back. I've made too many people angry. I probably made 5 people angry already this morning. So can think of 2 off the top of my head already.
Oh well. All right, Chris. I assume you already have your games.
Yes, that I do.
And
So
you come prepared.
yeah, well, you got to. Please, are you kidding? I can't show up unprepared around you. Lord help me. Um, I'm gonna go with Man City team total over 1.5. Um, I'm gonna go with Leipzig team total over 1.5, and Feyenoord and PSV over 2.5, and both teams to score. Sitting around plus 187.
PSV, both teams to score and over.
Yeah,
And you said plus.
187.
There we go. That's not a bad parlay. I like that one actually. Okay, let's see what else we have going on here. I did not come prepared. Uh, no, I won't take anything in EPL, but I will take Leipzig.
It's okay. Leeds didn't come prepared either. Neither did Bologna, apparently.
No, I'll take Leipzig and over 2.5.
For the record, the only thing I'm ticked off about with Venezia going back down to Serie B is that those are some of the best jerseys I've seen of any
Yeah,
club. I'm sorry, that's like
that's too bad.
it's a walking fashion show. I'm sorry, but
I think that who is their sponsor?
is
Actually, who made the jerseys?
is
I think
it?
Versace. Is it
I
Versace
think so. I want to say it was Versace.
or Dolce Gabbana? I don't know. It's one of those two, I think.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like 40% of Serie A that had Kappa
Yeah,
the sponsor at one point, and you just saw the Kappa logo down all the shoulders.
I think some of them still do.
Yeah, well,
I'll take
I
Salernitana Cagliari over 1.5 goals in the game.
haven't worn Kappa since '86, and I was born in '91.
I don't think I ever wore Kappa
There you go.
because that logo is it's kind of
It's
ridiculous.
kind of racy.
And I will actually take a pick from the MLS, Chris.
Oh Lord, here we go. He's going with the Trillium Derby.
Going with the Canadian matchup today. All right, so I have Leipzig to win and over 2.5 goals in the game. I have Salernitana and Cagliari over 1.5 goals, and Vancouver Whitecaps and TFC, both teams to score in the MLS, plus 288 for me.
That's a good parlay. But what if I told you that it actually was Kappa that sponsored Venezia's kid?
It is?
Yeah,
No, that can't be true.
I think so. I'm on a website right now. It's
I was because they had a like the whole video made and photo shoot and I don't know.
maybe
And I know I remember reading it was one of the most branded, like one of the biggest brands in fashion.
yeah. For the record, I see a comment from Daryl. By far, the more unstable team to trust is Arsenal.
Oh yeah.
100%. Don't get this hot run. Don't get this hot run twisted. Arsenal are as trustworthy as a fart after Taco Bell.
I mean, they are surely gonna do something by the end of the season to mess up their Champions League spot.
Oh, are you kidding? Yeah, they'll find something. Like they'll
They are still playing against Tottenham, so
yeah. Don't get me wrong. Arsenal are playing fantastic right now, but I have learned very very quickly in my betting career that I do not trust Arsenal as far as I could throw them because when I do is when something calamitous happens and an absolute disaster.
okay, so let me do the quick recap of our
Sure.
parlays, Chris. So you have Manchester City team total over 1.5, Leipzig team total over 1.5, and Feyenoord and PSV. That's the matchup in the Dutch Eredivisie, guys. Both teams to score and over 2.5 at plus 187. And my parlay is Leipzig to win and over 2.5 goals in the game. Salernitana and Cagliari over 1.5 goals in the game. And Vancouver Whitecaps versus TFC in the MLS. Both teams to score and plus 288. That's my parlay.
It's gonna be interesting to see if Goran can get on the board, see if I can maintain the lead.
If I
Mm,
can get to the board. My parlay is so much bigger than yours, Chris, that it should count twice as a
Okay,
win.
okay, okay. Size does not matter. Okay, they're both adequately sized parlays.
That's not what she said.
Anyways, everyone, thank you. Look, okay. Do not judge the size of my parlay. I did not judge the size of yours. We're not measuring parlays here. We're not holding them side by side against each other.
Speak for yourself.
Stop smacking yours against the wall.
You got a dad joke, Chris?
Oh gosh.
Just make sure you say one that everybody's gonna understand.
Wow. You
Not
know.
just the Croatian guy.
Oh Lord. All
Come
right.
on. I know you have one up your sleeve.
I got I got long sleeves this morning, so I'm gonna have to start going digging. Uh, man. Okay, what's no that's like a it's like a dirty dad joke. No, I don't want that. Uh,
Clermont just tied the score,
oh, did they?
although
Yeah,
Angers
Angers.
is still nil up.
Yeah. Oh man.
Come on, Chris. We got about a minute left.
I'll say this: I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why.
Good one.
Yeah.
Better than the one that you told yesterday. So
Hey.
I'll take it. Oh man. Thanks, guys. That was it for today's show. Thank you for joining us once again. It was our pleasure to be here with you, as it will be a pleasure for us to be here with you tomorrow as well, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, guys. We got a few games tomorrow, so there will be a parlay coming up on YouTube for tomorrow later on today, and a couple of videos as well. Hopefully, you play one of these parlays that Chris and I gave out, or the one from the video pick as well. That was going well so far, but that's it, guys. Thank you for being here with us, and enjoy your Sunday.
Good luck, everyone. Thanks for watching.